Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Dr. Bill here. I'm glad you've chosen to spend some time with me today. Today I am on a hike of undetermined length, but at the very least I think it'll be about a 15-mile hike. Let me give you an update. 2 weeks ago today, you saw in my last video, I did a 20-mile hike. It was my first 20-mile hike of the season. And the day after the hike, I actually felt pretty good. But after that, there was a lot of fatigue that set in. But 4 days after the hike, I decided I wanted to go out and take a shorter hike just to get some motion back into my legs. I thought that I had rested up enough. And I got to the trailhead. I was going to do an 8-mile hike. And I got to the trailhead, put my pack on, walked about 10 feet from my Jeep, and I just realized that I just didn't have it in my legs to do a hike. So, and I didn't have it in my heart to do the hike either. First time ever that happened. So I went back to the Jeep, stowed my gear, took another 3 days rest, and came out and did a 12-mile hike. And I have to tell you, that 12-mile hike, it really took the starch out of me. So I decided to rest a week, and I'm back on the trail today. It was 2 weeks ago today I did the 20-mile hike. I decided to rest a week and just want to see what condition my legs are in at this point. As I said before, at the very least this will be a 13-mile hike, but I do have options in 3 different places to extend the length of the hike depending on how my legs feel. So let me continue on, see how far I get. If I find something interesting, I will take some time to show it to you. The last time I did this hike, which was about a week ago, from where I'm standing right now, I ran into a rattlesnake about a quarter of a mile from here, a big one. The second one in 2 weeks. Hadn't seen a rattlesnake in 5 years and came across 2 in 2 weeks. But unfortunately, he slithered off before I could get my camera turned on. But if I see something interesting, I will pull the camera out and take a shot. Otherwise, I'll check in with you at the end of the hike. So I'm at a bit of a crossroads here. I'm currently at about 15 miles. Let me see if this shows up. I don't think it's going to. But I'm currently at about 15 miles on the trail. If I take this particular trail right here, in 2 miles I will be off the trail and will have done a very respectable 17-mile hike. The problem is the temperature is hovering near triple digits. The humidity is very low, but and the sun is relentless. I'm telling you, don't come to Utah in the summertime unless you're comfortable with very high temperatures, very low humidity. But if I go this way, in 5 miles I can be back at the Jeep, which means I'm going to have to climb another hill, another mountain. In 5 miles I can be back at the Jeep. And in doing that, I will have done 2 20-mile hikes in 14 days. And that's really, that's really quite an accomplishment for anyone, let alone somebody who's pushing 74. So I think to avoid my wife's ire, and to try and get that 20-mile hike in, I'm going to take this route. So my friends, I have just passed the 20-mile mark on the hike. I hope this isn't too shaky for you. By the time the hike is going to be over, I suspect I'll probably be at about 20.4 miles. I have to admit, I am a little bit tuckered, but honestly, when you think about it, being able to complete 2 20-mile hikes within 14 days, as I said before, would be good for anyone, let alone someone who's closing in on completing his 24th or 74th trip around the sun. I wish it was my 24th trip around the sun. But in any event, I think that that's really pretty good. I'm sorry there wasn't much to see on this hike. I did get swooped by a hawk twice, flew off my head by about 2 feet, and just screeched at me for about a quarter of a mile. I don't know whether he was just happy to see me or trying to protect the nest. But beyond that, there was not much else to see. I did start out the day with 8 pounds of fluid on my back, and I have steadily been drawing that down over the hike, so I think I'm probably down to just half a pound, so a lighter pack feels a light better. In any event, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you on the trail. So here's a bit of irony. Mile after mile after mile in the backcountry, and I don't see any wildlife other than some squirrels and a snake. I come home and find this sitting in my north yard. Still, it is pretty cool.